Hello and welcome back to my Baldur's Gate Let's Play solo drow run. That's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? I'm pretty chilled, pretty relaxed. Just had a nice shower, got myself a nice cup of tea. You know, whilst British people do like to drink tea, I think at this point in time 80% of my blood is probably tea. But no, please sit back, relax, you know, pop a cork out your wine if you want. If you're old enough, that is. We don't sponsor underage drinking on this channel, I promise. But no, get yourself a nice beverage and just relax and watch me dick about for half an hour, probably. I don't really know what I'm doing, just how I go. I just, you know, I fly by the seat of my pants, really. But it's good fun. Baldur's Gate, obviously solo drow. This is hopefully the episode where I've been saying that for the past like 2 episodes, where hopefully I'll get the pause to the cheat of this episode. I won't. That's not going to be until a lot later on. I've got to do the bandit camp first, which is not the worst, but I do struggle a little bit with the what's the guy with the really heavy suited armor? I can never remember his name. He's the guy that you can get the full plate mail armor off of. Obviously that's completely useless for this character, considering that I can only wear leather. But yeah, I struggle a little bit with him because obviously he's got the big massive meaty shield of arrow blocking, and that's not an actual item, it's just a normal shield, but it just means that my damage and my attack rolls are pathetic, like they are anyway, until I get a decent enough bow, I guess, and also can be able to move a lot quicker without downing 20 potions of, or 20 oil of speedings, whatever they're called. But yeah, I struggle a little bit with him. I struggle in general and just in close combat. I really should have thought about that before creating this character, but where would be the fun in that if I thought everything through? Because at least my pain and my suffering is a bit interesting, a bit of entertainment on your guy before you guys. I don't know why you would like to see me struggle, but you guys are sadistic. I can guarantee that because I'm the same. When I watch D&D games or watch Baldur's Gate, it's really funny seeing people mess up and roll natty ones. It's just hilarious that way. Obviously you see with the Revenant, I don't actually know. I give him the dagger anyway because you get the 900 experience. I'm not sure that if you kill him, if you get the same amount of experience. Obviously I'm not using daggers, so I thought screw it, I'll just give it to you. I don't really care about money at this point because I'm absolutely baller. I'm extremely rich, and there's no point in just getting an extra 1,000 gold. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's just I think I've got about 30k in the bank at this point, and obviously I'm saving all of that money up for when I do eventually get to Baldur's Gate, which I do actually. As I said in one of the previous recordings, I stopped recording at Baldur's Gate. I've actually got a little bit past that now. I've just got all of this footage to record over, so I think I've got about 5 or 6 episodes ahead of time that I've recorded, so I've just got a voice over everything. It's a little bit hard just to know about video length, just because I don't know what you guys prefer, so I'm trying to keep everything between 20 to 30 minutes or 20 to 35 minutes. Sometimes I do run over a little bit. I do like talking a lot, which is not a great thing. Maybe it is for doing this, I don't know. But sometimes in real life people get really annoyed at me because I don't shut up. I guess it's a little bit different when you have no one to talk to other than yourself in a room and a computer game playing in front of your eyes. It's a little bit different. Can count that as entertainment. It's completely different in real life. You do that in a room of people and people are looking at you like, please shut up. Yeah, it's quite funny actually. It's quite comical. It's ironic. It's very ironic. But no, it's I'm actually having a lot of fun playing this game. You would think after playing about 20 odd characters you get bored by now. No, definitely not. I don't think I've been bored playing this game once. I don't get bored playing games, I just get impatient, as I've already said, and to the point where I just end up wanting to create a new character really badly. And to the point where that takes over and I stop playing the character I'm playing and then play the game as, say, another character. For one thing, I came up with this really fun idea as a character thinking, oh, let's create a Dwarven Defender who then dual classes into a Cleric. Which is impossible because Dwarven Defenders can't dual class. But I wanted to do something along those lines using EE Keeper, so I did it, and it was OP. I think I had a total of about 60 to 70% of armor resistance, using Armor of Faith and then Dwarven Defender stuff, and using is it called Fortify? I can't remember. But you know, the thing that it's the thing that you learn at like level 18, gives you a bit more of a decent bonuses, and then because of your stocky shorty bonus as a dwarf, yeah, it's OP. It's very, very OP in this game. But you know what, Baldur's Gate and using EE Keeper is all about experimenting and seeing which builds are fun. There is a mod out there which you download, and that does just basically do the same thing as EE Keeper, but in-game. It basically unrestricts everything, so you can play as an Elven Paladin. You could play as an Elven Paladin crossed with a Cleric. I believe so anyway. I think that's how it works. But I've not actually seen it or used it, but yeah, it looks interesting because I kind of actually really want to create a character interesting, but I want to make a wild sorcerer. Because obviously you got the wild mage. Wild mages sound fun. I've never played one before. I like the idea of having that completely random effect where you can get absolutely screwed over by no means at all. Literally you have a 5% chance of either something good happening or something bad happening. With me, I can guarantee it be something bad happening, because if you see me ever roll a d20 in my life, half the time it's a 1 or a 3. If you ever see me roll a 6-sided dice, normally a 1. I lose at Monopoly constantly. Yeah, I just suck with luck and dice rolls. Don't know if it's in the technique. I don't know if it is a technique to rolling dice, but I'm rubbish. Yeah, so next time I play D&D, hopefully I'll record it if I can find people who want to play it, because as I said in the last video, I don't really know a lot of people who play D&D anymore. I'm going to try and get a group of people together, hopefully be interested in playing the game. I don't know roughly how many people. I was thinking one dungeon master and about 5 or 6 people, because that seems like it'd be a bit more interesting, because you have more people talking. Obviously to do that though, I do need to get a webcam, because I don't have a webcam at the moment anyway. I do have a laptop, but my laptop's a bit naff. It's a little bit broken. So I don't know. I don't feel like using that, but I could do if I need to, because obviously D&D online, it's not like it's a computer game. My laptop won't, crap itself if I, have Roll20 or D&D Beyond or something like that up and running. Well, actually, you know what? It might crap itself. It's my laptop. At the end of the day, it's pretty bad. Literally, it used to struggle. It's like it's 8 gigabytes of RAM, and it's a GTX 960 in a laptop, and it struggles running Oblivion on low graphics. It never used to. It used to be able to run Skyrim on ultra high. Just over time, I don't know if it's anything to do with drivers or whatever, but it's literally died. It's become such a bad piece of kit. Then all I use on it now is for writing. That's about it, really. But it is what it is. Can't really help that. Technology is designed to die over time and become outdated. But it is just the way it is. As you can see, I did pick up the Sand Thief ring. I did realise as I bought that ring and equipped it, I had the Jade ring equipped. That was obviously for a quest, so I've come back to Nashkel to hand in the quest, get that extra little bit of experience, just to get that ball rolling a little bit more. Trying to get to the max level as soon as possible. I don't think I do actually get to max level. I don't know what the max level is for a ranger. I know what it is for a fighter. Fighter max level is about 160. Well, it's all 160,000 experience, but it's about level 8 for a fighter. I think for a thief it's level 13. Not entirely sure on that one. I think it's level 13. which, to be fair, you could probably dual class in Baldur's Gate 1, and then by the time you do get to Baldur's Gate 2, oh, even Siege of Dragons, well, yeah, if you go through Baldur's Gate 1 and Siege of Dragonspear, by the time you get to Baldur's Gate 2, you've probably got a really decent dual-classed thief. As you can see here, I'm very confused by said animal, because it's a polar bear in a grassy terrain. It's very way out of its comfort, and I was wondering what the hell is it. So I tried to talk to it. I tried to heal it for some reason, just to see if what happens. I ain't got a clue, so I'm a bit cruel here. I do end up killing it, just to see what would happen. I don't know why I thought in my head to murder it, but I did. I'm a very horrible person, I guess. I just wanted to see how much experience I get and if it dropped anything interesting. But yeah, yeah, a horrible person, I guess. No wonder we've got global warming and all of the polar bears are dying out. Got people like me killing them off. But 900 experience isn't, you know, isn't bad. Much rather if it attacked me first. It makes me seem like an absolutely horrible person. Please don't call Peter on me. Or WWF. World Wildlife Federation. Agreed. I think it's WWF. No idea. Yeah. Please like the video. 1 like equals 1 polar bear saved. But yeah, anyway. So you can see I've come back to Baragos because you know, in the letter it tells you to come back here because there's a bandit who's working for Tazok or whatever. So I end up killing him. And he drops a ring of princes. There's, from what I can tell, there's 3 of them in the game. So if you've got a party and you've got 3 fighters or 3 people who like to be up close and attacking, then you've got 3 rings that you can hand out to all of them. By the time of that point, if you are playing with a party, you could probably have 2 of them wielding full plate mail, 1 of them having the Ankeg, and then all 3 of them wearing the Ring of Princes. That will give him a very decent armor score. And the best armor in the game, in all fairness, is the full plate mail using the +2 guards ring, because it gives you +2 to the armor. So it's like full plate mail +2. So I think full plate mail is an AC of 0, or an AC. I think it's an AC of 0 +2, so it's an AC of -2, and then you also get a +2 saving rolls as on top of that. That's actually really good armor rating. That's better than a lot of the pre-enchanted armors in the game. So like, you get a lot of other armors that you can get from like Durlag's Tower and stuff like that, and their AC is naff in comparison, and yet their enchantments are also not as good if you take in consideration you get +1 to bonus and all that stuff. But yeah, I've come back to speak to Falantir just to pick up a couple of extra things, mainly to pick up scrolls of poison, some potions, just to help with getting through Cloakwood. I think that's now. I'm not even going through Cloakwood. I'm getting ahead of myself. Maybe I do buy them here. I don't know. I don't think I do. I think that's later on. But yeah, maybe I do buy them. I have no clue. Yes, I do buy them. Interesting. I'm getting myself ready for, you know, later on. Well, as you see, I do have 20,000k. I was a little bit wrong there. I thought I had 30,000. That's probably on my other playthrough. I was playing a fighter thief, half-orc fighter thief. Insane. Honestly, if you want to play a fighter thief in Baldur's Gate, please play as a half-orc. That is so much fun. You either play as a gnome or a half-orc. Gnome because you get the shorty bonus. Why, like, the shorty bonus is insane, but I liked playing as a half-orc just because I run around thinking my character's like not very stealthy, but he just runs around with like with a massive hammer and just starts smacking people from behind, getting the backstab bonus. And it's like it just in my head I roleplayed that he's just screaming and shouting in a rage while he's invisible and just killing everyone while they're running for their lives because they can't see him. Something like that. But no, it's quite funny, and plus also half orcs. By the end of Baldur's Gate 2, you can have 25 strength. It's absolutely ridiculous. You literally start off with 19 strength and 19 constitution. You get the tomes in this game, so you get 20 strength, 20 constitution. When you get 20 constitution, you have a natural regenerating ability, so you actually have your health increasing over time, which is brilliant. I think it's 1 point of health every 5 seconds, which is insane. And plus that with the ring axe, then you have 2 pieces of health every 5 seconds. You know, you kind of get to that point where you just out-regen some of the people that you fight against. And sometimes it makes poison a little bit redundant, because you have the ring axe and you're immune to poison. Don't know where I was going with that, but yep. I was going to say because of the regeneration, but then I realised ring of Gax is immune to poison and disease. Yeah, forgive me. Even I forget a lot of things. As you guys know, I'm the most forgetful person in the world. Anyway, I've come to Firewine Bridge just to see if the Legacy of the Masters... I can never actually remember if that is the name of them. The gauntlets that give you a decent attack and decent damage. To see if they were any better than Dale's Protectors. They're not. But, you know, decent amount of XP. It's not all for nothing. At least at the end of the day, I've got something that I can sell. You know, you got to look on the bright side of everything in life. Don't always just think it's a waste of time and effort. Nothing is. Everything's there for a reason. You do everything for a reason. So, I do end up getting absolutely trashed by this guy. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but sometimes I will not fire an arrow. She'll just stare at him. And I'm like, why are you not firing? Please, shoot. And yeah, it's like, here. She just turns around and stands. And then I'm like, great. You've just made him close the gap. I'm expecting you to turn around and shoot. Please, shoot. And she never does. I know that's obviously a mechanic in the game. It's to do with rounds and stuff like that. And when by the time I'm turning around and shooting him, you know, it's not my round, so she has to wait for her round to then shoot again. So as you can see, I get completely wrecked by him, and I die. I think he critted me because I had about a third of my health left, and then suddenly I just dropped dead. I think that he definitely critted me somewhere along those lines. But it does annoy me a little bit at this point, especially because I was getting a bit angry, just because I was not shooting when I wanted her to shoot. It's like I would then turn around and expect her to shoot and then nothing, and I was like, great, cool, I'm dead. But game mechanics wise, yeah. So as you see, with the Dale of Protectors on, I actually had a better hit rate, I guess, than with those gauntlets. Don't know why I kept those gauntlets on. I do think I changed them in the end. But yeah, I just wanted to see what the difference would be, and then I went into identifying them anyway, just because I wanted to see him with my own eyes, I guess. Yeah, Dale's Protector is the best thing for any missile weapons in the game. And if you think about it as well, you're only getting +1 with those gauntlets, but you're getting +1 damage. The 1 damage does nothing, in all fairness. It is if you hit, say you hit 3 times at 30 damage, with a +1 extra damage that you're doing, that's 33 damage. That 3 damage is literally nothing. So I'd rather stick with hitting people more than doing a little bit more damage. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather hit people more frequently, because say you was to attack someone 10 times, you might hit someone 8 times with the Dale's Protector, but you might hit someone 7 times. And if you're doing 10 damage overall with Dale's Protector, that's 80 damage. If you're doing 10 damage +1 with the other ones, that's 77 damage. I know it's like 3 damage difference still, yet again, but, you know, it kind of just, I like hitting more. I like having a high to hit rate. So, it kind of in my head makes a bit more sense, because it makes me feel like I'm doing more damage. I don't know if that is true, but I went for it anyway.
I shall.
As you can see, I've just progressed. I've come up to try and find the bandit camp, so I'm going to be doing that now. Literally just bypassing it. There's a guys in Pedvale, whatever it's called, that you can talk to, and you can infiltrate the bandit camp. I don't think I did that. I should have done that because I have the Sand Thief ring, but I'm stupid and I didn't. So I struggled trying to pick off every single bandit one-on-one, and then because of that guy with the stupidly heavy armor and the shield of everything blocking arrows, it was a little bit hard, messing up a little bit. So I think I chugged a bunch of potions actually just to help deal with him, and he still wrecks me. So I ended up just being like, I'll give up. But yeah, if you excuse me, I'm just going to take a quick sip of my cup of tea. As a PSA announcement, I would like to tell everyone to please stay hydrated. Preferably with a cup of tea, because it's just better for you. Or if you've got a coffee, do that as well. But I might think less of you. I do like coffee, but yeah, I'm British. I have to stick with the idea of drinking tea, because tea is life. Tea is part of my my blood, I guess. We invented it. We didn't invent it. It was Chinese who invented it, but we definitely made it popular. The thing is though, if you go up to anyone, especially Americans, right, and you say who, like, if you say like tea to Americans and say who would you associate tea with, they will say the British. But we didn't invent tea. If I remember rightly, there was an advert in Britain for PG Tips advert, and it was them saying how it was the Chinese who invented tea, and apparently it was a monk who sat beneath a tea with a cup of hot water and one of the leaves from the tree, which I'm assuming must have been a tea tree, fell into the cup, and that's how they made that's how tea was invented. And it's like, right, it was very interesting in all fairness, but one, why would a monk be drinking hot water? It just made no sense. Two, if something fell into your drink, say like a leaf fell into your beer, would you drink it? You would probably go up to the bar and be like, look, a leaf fell in my beer, can I have a new one? Or you would just take it out, and I mean, you might drink it, you might be a little bit gross. To be fair, I probably would do that, like, you know, don't want to waste a good beer, I guess. Regardless, you know, what goes through your mind thinking, oh yeah, this looks nice, the water's gone from being a nice clear colour to being brown, I want to put that inside me. You know, what went through that guy's mind? But I'm glad he did, because, you know, tea was invented. And I just realised you can't see me, but I raised my mug up in the air when I said that. So as you see, because I'm good with range, I am just going invisible, scouting the areas out, and I'm slowly picking off, you know, hobgoblin here, bandit there, just over and over again, until eventually I can whittle my way down, so all of the forces die. I did aggro all 3 of them here, which I didn't want to do. I was trying to pick off one of them, but it did work out to my favour, because the hobgoblins have next to no armor rating with me, because I believe I think my ranger enemy is hobgoblin. Forgive me if I'm wrong, it's between hobgoblin or it's between that or a ghoul, and I cannot remember. Only reason I chose ghouls was because of later on in the game, even though I have a feeling I should have picked shapeshifters because of doppelgangers. I should have picked doppelgangers, or sorry, shapeshifters as my racial enemy. I didn't, because I'm stupid, and again I don't think ahead, but yeah. Oh, this is the guy who completely wrecks me. He literally comes bombarding towards me in his heavy steel plate armour, full plate as well, and his big massive meaty shield, and you'll see next my hit does nothing to him. I missed because obviously I rolled a 2. I still hit him, but he takes 12 damage, and that 12 damage is literally a tiny piddly little dent in his massive armour, and then he hits me for literally half my health. It's like, oh. So I just go invisible, and then I think I completely ignore him, just run away. But I've also noticed there's a bug in Baldur's Gate. If you go invisible, while an enemy is coming towards you, they will follow you everywhere, even if you're invisible, until you stop moving. And then they will stand in their same position, and then their AI will kick in. I thought that was hilarious, but at the same time really, really annoying. Just because I was like, oh, I'm trying to get away, why are you following me still? Can they still see me? Am I invisible? And yeah, I think I die here, which is stupid. No, I don't die. I do realise that I'm not going to rest. Oh no, I do rest. Never mind. Well, it means Meaty McGee is back in that same spot, I believe. Unless I've just left him over and he's just stayed there. I don't know. Possibly. No, Meaty McGee's not back. But, yeah. I just go through picking off all of these squishy bandits. And I completely ignore that guy. He's got some really decent gear. But I cannot take him out. I'm going to be struggling with a lot of characters with heavy armour. And shields in general. So, it's a bit hard to deal with. But it's something that I realise that I'm going to have to try and overcome. So one of the things I'm going to have to do is get detonation arrows, get piercing arrows, I guess. I believe piercing arrows gets through armour and shields. So it might actually put a bit more damage against those heavily armoured units. For the moment, we'll call them steamrollers. But yeah, I assume that's, you know, the thing that's going to be really annoying to deal with. I didn't really deal with much of them during the Nashkel Mines bit. Not Nashkel Mines, sorry, the Cloakwood Mines. Didn't really deal with a lot of them. Probably because I did just Sand Thief ring my way through half of the place. And then I kind of cheated by just killing the wizard guy with my bow. And he died within seconds. So one of the things is, my archer character does a lot against, she does a lot against magic users. Like, she's very good against magic users, but useless against warriors. Because they close in on you, they get hit on you, you're dead. You're absolutely wrecked. But yeah, I do Sand Thief ring away from these guys. I do try killing the mage. I also noticed that I'm also very good against mages anyway, because a drow has got an innate magic resistance. To be fair, that magic resistance when it comes to Baldur's Gate 2 would be completely useless. I did think of that, but obviously I'm not taking this character into Baldur's Gate 2, and this is only meant for a fun, interesting style of playthrough. Something that's different to natural Baldur's Gate. It's just the way it is. As you can see here, I'm going to leave it on a cliffhanger. I cannot fight with these I'm struggling with this boss battle. I've got these 4 people. So, just before the final fight, before the final try, I'm going to leave it here and say thank you so much for watching. And if you do like the video, please like it. Please subscribe if you want to see more. Please let me know down in the comments if there's anything that you want to watch me play. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.